Hi, Canada. What is up? Thank you, everybody, for joining me here tonight. My name is Jessica Florek. I am a board of director for the past 2 years here in Canada. I am an advanced director, and I have been in this incredible business for over 8 years. I'm also the leader of the Sexy Stiletto Squad, some incredible women out there operating their business just like you here in Canada. And I'm here to talk about some very important content. Okay, so before we get into it, guys, I'm just going to set up my screen here so you can follow along with me with what I'm talking about. Of course, ask questions below. I'm happy to help answer them. If you're watching this later on, guys, still comment with your question or feel free to send me a message. I'm happy to set up, a call with you. I'm happy to bounce ideas off with you. That is what I'm here for. So what am I going to talk to you about? Well, as I said, I'm going to share that screen with you. All right. So we are jumping ahead. Okay. We're following up for success, guys. So your follow-up game. Okay. That's what I'm trying to spit out is probably one of the scariest, but to me, one of the most important parts of operating your business. You want to follow up after parties. You want to be following up with those party leads. You want to follow up with those consultant leads. Those are the three main areas for a good follow-up game. And then everything else kind of just trickles off of it. There's other reasons to follow up with clients, but those are basically setting the ground, the three ground levels, right? So why do we want to have a good follow-up system with our business? Growing repeat customers. I mean, this is really important for sure because let me give you an example. Last year, I did over $150,000 in sales. The year before that, I did $162,000 in sales. Guys, could you imagine if all of that was made up by one person placing an order at a time and then me never seeing them again? Right? How many people would I have to talk to make $150,000 in sales if people are only shopping with me once? It just doesn't happen, okay? You're following up with a client is going to create a snowball effect. And what I mean by that is, maybe at the party or when they were referred to you or you met them, they purchased some coochie and aftershave mist and body dew, because we know that's a great skincare system. Then later on down the road, they're like, okay, I'm totally ready to buy that toy. You just did that video in the VIP lounge, or I was at a party of yours a couple months ago and I've had my eye on it. I'm totally ready to purchase it. Or you saw it on their wish list. And of course, they need the lube and they need a cleaner and a toy tote and things like that. So you can see how that snowball effect, it started off with a little teeny tiny snowflake and now you got a snowman based on sales. And then bam, you got $150,000 in sales. You're cultivating new business partners by creating that relationship, by doing a great follow-up or having a strong follow-up game. She's going to see how much fun you're having with your relationship. You're literally just socializing, having a good time and talking about, sex toys. But no, we are educating women, of course, but she's like, this is awesome. I could totally do this as, a student looking to make extra money or a stay-at-home mom. Or for me, I was a full-time working mom, working about 50 hours a week. I had two kids at home. I needed to get out of the house and stop online shopping and racking up my credit card. Okay. I needed a hobby. I needed extra money to pay off that credit card. So, and I was lucky enough to have a consultant who kept a close relationship with me. And I was so eager to start this business with her. So you are cultivating those new business partners, even when you don't even see it right away. And you're making meaningful friendships with those customer connections and customer connections. But what I mean by that is, some of my very best friends today, like some of these ladies know more about me than my husband knows, happens to be that one-time customer, that one-time client. And they're now one of my, closest friends. Okay. So There's lots of perks for having a good follow-up system, and those are definitely some of them. We are going to start with following up after the party. Now, I know when we go to pick up that phone, we just lose our voice, right? You decided you needed to switch the laundry, or you were going to bake a pie. You bought all the stuff the other day to bake that pie. Right now, you have to do it. Or it's June. Christmas is going to be here before you know it. It's time to fill out those Christmas cards. Last year, you missed so many people. Guys, just stop putting other things in front of you and make that call. I know the first one is hard to make, but it's going to get easier and easier and easier. And actually, your first call should be to your host. You want to follow up with her the morning after. Right? Thank her for putting together such a fun girls' night. I mean, bring up something that you absolutely loved about the party, personalize that conversation, make note of all the hard work she did to put together such a successful night. Now talk to her about her wish list. What is she hoping to get? I bet you it's pretty big, right? Let her know what sort of discount she has earned. How far away is she from earning some of these products for free or all the products for free? Because that's going to give you a goal and a purpose for contacting first the shoppers from the party and then those that didn't even attend the party. All right. So you can actually turn a $600 party to a $1,600 party, or heck, even a $2,000 party if your follow-up game is strong. All right. So now that you have a goal in mind, as I said, it makes it a lot easier for you to follow up with people and for you to find that voice, that inner voice that you have inside of you. Okay. Okay. The morning after. So this is a great example if she has placed an order. So I'm going to give you some verbiage, guys. You can totally switch it up however you want, but super easy. Hey, Kim, this is Jessica, the pure romance consultant from Lindsay's party last night. You guys were an absolute blast. My stomach still hurts from laughing along with you guys. I do have your order ready to go. But I see there were a few items on your wish list that we didn't add to your order. I promised Lindsay I would help her get that special item that she has her eye on, and for no extra shipping, or maybe you want to offer her $5 off or $10 or 10% off, whatever works best for you and your business, because some of us operate on all different buying discounts. I would love to help you both get a good deal on your orders. Right? She's totally going to appreciate that. And you know what? She probably went home and was like, FOMO, I totally should have bought that. Or her spouse was like, well, why didn't you get it? And you'd be like, I don't know. Right? We've all done it. So now that you have that extra permission, and you open the door or the window for her to say, yes, okay, I'll get it. Plus I'm getting it at 10% off, or I'm not paying shipping, score, right? So having that goal, again, will help you find your voice and make it a lot easier. And this is something, guys, like going back to this works great for in-home and virtual parties, of course. I do recommend, if you're not picking up the phone and calling her, if that's just not who you are yet, at least send a voice message. Because when she hears the excitement in your voice, it's a lot easier to communicate. I find so many things get lost in translation with text message. I am one of those people. Some of you already know this about me, but I'm one of those people. More than half of the time, if you text me, I'm going to respond with a phone call. So the reason behind that is I'm usually doing about 10 different things all at the same time. I'm driving around being a taxi for my 3 kids, or I'll send a voice text and I never proofread it. And I mean, guys, one time I told somebody I was setting fireworks off in a lesbian's vagina. I have no idea how my phone converted that. I don't even know if that's appropriate for me to say right now, but that's why it's really important, 1, to proofread, and 2, sometimes just to send a voice, actual voice text, or pick up the phone and call, because things get lost in translation. So, guest follow-up for long-term connection. Again, this is after the party. So she's like, you know what, Jess, yeah, I'm ready. I totally wanted this. Or now that I've looked at the catalog with my partner, or I was able to go home and look at the catalog a little bit more, let's add it, right? Okay, so let me see what else I got here. So yeah, you say to her like, you know, great, I noticed you had your eyes on Tom. This is why it's really important to have those wish list, guys. So by taking it one step further, like, you know, great, I will add that to your order. Let me backtrack actually, because I wanted you to learn how to just make a follow-up, not just a sale, but also to your next booking as well. Because so you can take this one step further. That's the great thing about follow-up is if you build it up right, it's not just a sale, but then it's also a host, and it is a you know, a new business partner and an ongoing friendship and things like that. So how you can go this a little bit further. Hey girl, I noticed, you know, that's great, we're gonna add that to your order, and I noticed you also had your eyes on Tom. I don't blame you. We could always pick a date for your own girls' night. It's so super easy. And if we don't get Tom in your nightstand for free, I will be sure to get him there for, you know, X% off. Again, you guys pick the discount. Us all operating, you know, sometimes at different business costs. And that's why I love to buy stock at 60% off, guys, because I mean, then we're all kind of guaranteed to be paying the same thing, right? And you're getting your biggest discount. But again, going off to other topics. But lastly, I'm going to send you a link to my VIP group. This is where I share all my best tips, sneak peeks at new product. Plus, you get a special invite to my customer appreciation event when you are in there. So you can see how it's really easy just to go from a sale to like planting that seed for booking a party. And then bam, there you go. You got a party in the books and you added some sales to Lindsay's event, helping that other host get some free product. Now, what if she did not order? Okay. That is why these Hey, Let's Connect cards are so important. So what I do at parties is I hand these out with a pen, and I bulk order about 500 or 1,000 pens with my name and number on it, and each girl gets to keep a pen afterwards. So that's, you know, because I'm really bad at handing out business cards. So she's got this pen. It says like cute things on them sometimes. She throws it in her purse. But she doesn't get a catalog from me until this Hey, Let's Connect card is filled out. All right. So I'm going to have her start filling it out as I'm introducing myself at the party. Again, this is going into some more hostess coaching and party coaching. So I'm not going to go too in depth in this, but she's filling it out. She's filling out her wish list on the back. So now I've got this wish list, but she didn't order anything. She took the catalog, she took my pen, haven't ordered anything, but I've got her contact information. This can be adapted for virtual parties or in-home parties. All right. You can get attendees information from the party. Just have them fill out just put the party link and go in, put the information and things like that. So, or you can see in the event who was there but did not actually place an order. So you'll just click on their name and contact them. And again, you can just let her know you're helping the host earn something really special that she was hoping to get for free. Perhaps you can work out a little deal, of course, to secure that item. All right. I love bribing girls to help with sales. I mean, I love a good deal. I love giving a good deal when the timing is right. So also, don't forget to invite her to your VIP group, right? If she is like, you know, I do want this item, but I just don't have the money for it, then offer for her to host a party. Do the same thing you just did for Lindsay for her. And now you have another party host, and be like, girl, you don't have to pay for it. Let's get it for free for you, all right? So just following along with my notes here. As you can see, I get off topic really easily and I can go off to left field. So I want to stay on track because I have a time slot to work with here. Okay, so for non-attending guests, so what happens if ladies didn't attend? This is the reason I personally love to set up the Facebook events, so I can see who's being invited. I can see what kind of interaction the host is having with the guests, and of course, like the potential age group. So I'm not going to go in and maybe talk as much about Benoit balls and um, you know, I'll have a different vaginal health approach to a group of young 20-year-olds as I would with women maybe in their 40s or 50s or 60s. Okay, so it's important to kind of make note as well as who is attending, see how the host is engaging, as I said, but now I can also go back to and help the host with host coaching, making sure that she is inviting all the guests and things like that. Like as I said, I'm going to go in left field about host coaching, but it's so hard not to talk about that as well, because I also feel as passionate about that as I do with the follow-up game. So for non-attending guests, those that did not attend, RSVP, anything like that, you can say something along the lines as, "Hi, Denise, I'm Jessica, the Pure Romance Consultant with Lindsay's Party. I wanted to send you a quick message today to send you a copy of Lindsay's Party link, as well as our online catalog for you to browse through. I know life gets busy and we can't fit in all the fun events that we get invited to, but I am happy to help with any questions you may have. The party link will be open for another day for shopping, and I would like to help Lindsay earn that special item for free that she was hoping to get." So I can't guarantee that everybody's going to get back to you on this, but at least you did go with that extra step. Somebody might get back to you and be like, "Yeah, I totally wanted to attend, but I couldn't get a sitter," things like that. The direct voice messages are really important for these. Again, you want them to hear your excitement in the voice. You're genuine. You're not just, another texty texter that's copying, pasting messages. It's really nice to personalize it. Let me see here. Oh, plus, if she's anything like me, guys, she's probably like doing 10 other things at once. If she was too busy to attend the party, maybe she's got kids or she's studying or working and things like that. And of course, you always want to end the conversation, if it engages, to an invite to your VIP group. This is how you grow your VIP group from 75 ladies to 1,500 ladies. With one party, you could easily add 50 ladies to your VIP group. Okay, so what do we got going on next? So still after the party, as I said, you want to use direct voice message. So these are just some of the important tips, of course, guys. And you're building a very reputable name for yourself, right? Of having good customer service. And that's really important. You want a good reputation. This is what's going to take, a customer like, "Yeah, I attended a party. It was really fun," to, "Man, she was absolutely awesome. I had so much fun. I can't stop talking about this. And you should totally host a party with her," or, "I can't wait to host a party with her for my birthday," or, "They're going to think of you for your next girls' night." Okay. And then, of course, you're going to invite them to your Facebook page, and you're going to also go into that event or group that you had the party in and let them know when their orders are en route. Your client should never have to contact you to ask you where their order is, right? If they have, just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm so sorry you didn't see that I did post in the group that it's left, and this is approximate date when it should be there." And also send a personalized message to anybody that just used the shopping link. Okay. You don't always want to be like, "Hey, thank you," like on a virtual party, like, "Hey, thank you to, Mary for ordering the Hey Mr. DJ and the lubricant and the cleaner." We still want to keep these things discreet, guys. So a personalized message is really, really important. Let me see here. There's so many important things I want to go over for you guys. Yeah, you definitely just want them to feel really good about the next time that they reach out to you, because they're almost out of coochie, they're out of body boost, and if they lost a bottle of lube, or all of a sudden they went to go use some lube and their spouse is like, yeah, I don't know what happened. The bottle is gone. We kind of need some more. Then she's going to contact you, right? So let's see here, your 3-month follow-ups. So this is after the party. You want to follow up on products because, well, one, you're building that customer relationship, and you don't want to wait the full 3 months technically, because if it was for a toy, we're now past the warranty date. So maybe about 10 weeks or so post party, you can follow up and just see how they're enjoying their toy. If they haven't been using their toy, I'll say there's something wrong there. You want to talk to them about that. Maybe they just couldn't figure out how to use it. They forgot how to use it, or they didn't get the lube with it, so they would like to add that to their order. Maybe they need to, again, touch up on or top up on their coochie or body boost, and they just didn't know how to get a hold of you. Okay, so follow up on used product, and you're going to, again, potentially book with those shopping inquiries. So maybe like, yeah, I am all out of body boost. Awesome. Next month, I'm actually giving away a free bottle of body boost to all of my hosts because it is summer season and we're going to be showing off some of those legs and some more skin. It's super easy to put together. Would you like to book a party with me, whether it's in person or online? And again, consulting about proper use of the products are really important, because this could be potentially be the reason why she's not using that toy. If it's been a couple months and she's not using their toy, guys, again, there's something wrong there. And that customer satisfaction is so very important. Okay. All right. We are right on track. Okay. Following up with party leads. There are a few different scenarios we can talk about here. The most common is somebody that has booked a party at the party you were just at the night before. A lot of this will fall back into hostess coaching. So I don't want to go into too much detail, but you definitely want to follow up within 24 hours of the parties, ladies, because you don't want the novelty to wear off. All right. And then you're also going to increase the chance of her canceling or ghosting you and things like that. You just want to keep that excitement going. So, as I said, follow up with the plan and the details, her party event within 24 hours. We don't want those cancellations, right? Nobody likes party cancellations. Okay, so here is a great scenario, some great verbiage. The message could look like, oh, this is for somebody at the party, excuse me, that says, I'll get back to you. I want to book, but I'm going to get back to you. Again, get back to her within the 24 hours. The excitement is still fresh from the night before. The girls are still texting like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that or said that. That was so funny last night. Remember when she spat pop out of her nose? I once had a host, or yeah, it was my party host. I once had a host laughed so hard she fell off her chair on her pen, punctured her forehead, and bled profusely for the rest of the party. She has been a party host of mine once or twice a year, every year since I started this business 8 years ago. I mean, minus last year. Last year doesn't really count. And she still talks about that first party where she stabbed herself in the head. So anyways, all these girls are still super excited. They're laughing their butts off about what happened the night before. So the message to the I'll get back to you host or party lead could look like, hey, Nicole, thank you so much for attending Lindsay's party. And okay, guys, I'm going to backtrack here for 2 seconds. When you are sending a message or calling somebody, smile. Okay. When you're smiling while you're talking to somebody, you automatically sound more excited. Okay, if you're talking like this, like you just are super monotone and slag, and it's like, okay, yeah, no, that sounds good. But if you're smiling, you just feel more confident and excited, and she gets your excitement. So smile, okay? So going back, hi, Nicole, thank you so much for attending Lindsay's party last night. I cannot wait to have the opportunity to put another or together a fun night for you and your friends and have you earn some of the stuff off your wish list for free. I can send you a list of the open dates I currently have for next month. Now, when it comes to this, I usually only send about 4 dates. If you are like, all right, in June, I've got the 1st, 7th, 9th, 10th, 21st, 22nd, 27th, and 28th open, that's going to be like, I don't know where to look, right? If you got 4 dates, like, oh, okay, she's got a Tuesday, perfect, I'll take it. So only send a couple at a time. And then just say, let me know which one works for your schedule, and we'll go ahead and I will create the event for you. If she's like, none of those dates work for me or work for her, then be like, no problem. Here, let me go back. Sorry. No problem. Ask her what didn't work for her. Was it that you just didn't give her the night of the week she needed? Or, ask questions, figure out what's going on and what she needs from you to find a date that's going to work. Don't just keep sending 4 and 4 and 4 more dates. Otherwise, you're not going to figure out why she's saying no. Okay. So now we can move along here. So, if she says, I'm going to get back to you, ask for permission for follow-up. All right. When you ask for permission to follow up, you feel like you're not harassing somebody. And guys, you're not harassing somebody, but I hear that all the time from other consultants, like, oh, I didn't want to bug her, or I just felt like I was, hounding somebody. But if you got them permission to follow up in 2 to 3 business days, it takes that feeling away and it makes it more like you're doing a good job, because guys, you actually are doing a good job with following up. All right. I know for me, if I say I'm interested in something, then next day, paper bag, so much other stuff is put in front of me. I'm excited about this and that, and the kids need this and the kids need that. So all of a sudden, the thing I was excited about the day before is now taking the back burner on my brain. But if she calls me the next day, gets me excited for it, or gets me excited for what I could earn for free with that party, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. I totally forgot. Let's go for it. Right. So, let's see here. Yes, I love to include in my caller message a promotion to seal that deal. Yeah, it's kind of like bribing, but guys, do people not get bribed to go to work with a paycheck? Right? You're not going to work out of the kindness of your heart to, give your time away. No, you're going because you need a paycheck, right? Essentially, people absolutely do love their job, right? But if you need to add a little promotion to seal that deal, next month I do have this extra promotion going on, or if you are able to get 6 ladies in the seats, I'm going to give you an extra, whatever. And going back to what I said, if the dates that did not work are just not working, or sorry, if the dates you gave are not work, don't just start throwing a bunch of dates at her, right? Find out what the problem is. Maybe it's even her location, right? And then you can give her the suggestion of doing a double hosting where she teams up with somebody to host, or maybe you have a go-to. I'm really fortunate where a friend of mine owns a beautiful office here in Kelowna. She owns a laser spa clinic, and she just has the most absolutely beautiful waiting lounge area. And she's offered to me, anytime any girl does not have a location for her party, she opens her office for me to bring the ladies to. How incredible is that, right? So, and guess what? She all started out as a client at a party, and it was just a strong follow-up game, right? So those business relationships are so strong. Everything I'm also saying to you guys, it does fit for online parties. You just have to tweak it a little bit, alter it a little bit, but you can see how different areas, excuse me. You can see how you could just tweak it to make it for a virtual party, online party. If you don't, contact me and I'm happy to help convert that into a virtual setting as well. So let me see, what did we have? All right, following up with those sponsoring leads. Again, this could be really scary, especially if you have never had a team before. maybe you've ran in a couple of different scenarios where you felt like you just weren't helping the person. So you're like, I'm not leadership material. We're all leadership material, guys. All right. If you're not sharing the opportunity, it's selfish. Do you not love what you guys do? Right? Isn't it absolutely amazing? Do we not make some pretty good money at our parties? Yeah, we can, right? So if you're not sharing the opportunity, why are you just keeping the whole pie for yourself, right? You want to grow your business. And it is really exciting to have somebody say they are really, interested in the business. And let's see here. Where did I want to go with that? Okay. So you want to make sure that it's about building trust. She wants to make sure that you are going to be there for her, because starting a new business is really scary, right? Especially if they are dropping $800 on a kit, and then they're going to invest in our incredible IAP program. But if they're going in completely blindsided, they have no guidance, they didn't know anything about the online consultant training, they didn't know anything about our Canadian Facebook groups, where's the trust, right? So if it all starts with you following up when you say you're going to follow up. If you say to her like, okay, yeah, perfect, I'm going to contact you tomorrow at 1, and at like 4 o'clock, you're like, hey, sorry, it didn't happen. Can we try tomorrow? Set your alarm. Set your alarm. If you need a 30-minute reminder, 15-minute reminder, and a 5-minute reminder, just to make sure that you're following up when you should, do it. I have alarms going off on my phone all day long, and they all have titles on what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Especially when I'm operating a full-time business and I've got 3 kids. I could forget a kid. I probably could forget a kid at like an after school activity if I didn't have some of these reminders going on. So building that trust is very important. It can sometimes take multiple connections. Absolutely. I've had some ladies join my team that debated joining the business for about 3 years, 4 years, right? But ask for permission to follow up so you don't feel like you're hounding them. And and keep it fun and simple. All right. That's also really important. You don't want to call somebody up with the follow-up and be like, start talking about the incentive guide and all the free things they can earn and all the training and just all the things at once. Having her ask you the questions is what's really important. But again, I feel like that's going into a whole other topic here, and we're focusing on follow-up. Definitely make the conversation about her. Let her ask the questions. So let me see here. I had so much stuff here on the consultant lead, but I feel like I can really go off topic. Keep it fun and simple. Don't wait too long without doing the follow-up contact. Listen, don't interrupt. I mean, I know how easy it is when every time she's saying something about how much like you can relate to her, or like, oh girl, I know because of me with this, or I've seen this happen. Just let the conversation be about her. And just let her ask the questions. I think I've already said that. Confirm the next follow-up date. So if you don't get that yes today, if she's not saying, okay, yeah, I'm ready, let's do this, let's sign up, and she needs some time to think about it, she wants to talk to her spouse, of course, or she just needs to look at her budget for the month, be like, hey, no problem, what is a good date and time I can follow up with you next? All right. Or maybe she was excited about a kit sale and you guys were going off the kit sale, and she's like, you know what, it actually isn't going to work out this month, can you just call me the next time there is a kit sale? Put the reminder somewhere where you're going to see it. Okay. Because if you forget to follow up with her and be like, hey, Andrea, the kit sale's on right now, but she sees that Joanne posted the kit sale, she might go to Joanne because Joanne reminded her. All right. So those are all some really important points when doing the follow-up. Yeah, guys, I know it can be super scary, but I hope you can see just how important it is for your business. I want to end this training off by sharing with you something I actually heard at a Canadian convention a couple of years back, and I absolutely love this reference to our following up. So, as somebody that has been a server, um, this was super relatable for me, especially because I actually did do serving in fine dining and for weddings. But imagine this. You're at a wedding and it's your time to start offering cake to each of the guests. Okay, you've got the cake in hand, you're smiling, of course, and you're going to each guest and you're saying, would you like a piece of cake? They say, no, thanks, I'm good. Okay, so you go to the next person, would you like, some of the cake? And they're like, no, thanks. Would you like some cake? No, thank you. Okay, well, 3 people just said no. Are you going to throw the cake on the floor and be like, you know what, that's it. I don't even know why I'm here. None of this is working for me. I hate my job. I suck at this. And you start cutting yourself down. Heck no, girl. It's your job to start offering everybody a piece of cake, because if you just gave up and walked away, the other server going around the room is going to hit up your next 4 girls and they all wanted that cake. All right. Do you see where I'm going with this? So, it's the same thing with hosting a party, or somebody's interested in business. Hey, would you like people coming in the order room? Would you like to host a party with me? Or I saw that you circled 2 that you might be interested in the business. Would you like some more information? Right? Follow up is so important, and you're not hunting anybody. You're just doing your job. You're just offering them that piece of cake. And if they say no to you, oh well, go on to the next person. Did it really hurt your feelings? Are you going to lose any sleep because the first 3 people you asked for cake said no? Probably not. So I really hope you guys had some big takeaways from my follow-up training, and I really look forward to helping you guys with any questions or hearing from you with any questions. And I hope you guys love what the rest of the board of directors here in Canada have put together for all of you. Again, my name is Jessica Florek, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.